Hey guys, Kid Games Away here, and today I'm bringing you another Iron video, the series where I rant on anything. And today's topic, we are going to be discussing Miitopia. I'm sure many of you have probably seen the Nintendo Direct that happened a few days ago, and were thoroughly disappointed with most of what was coming out, but rather excited for some. Some of the highlights I can probably see people excited for are Splatoon 3. I mean, if you really want the Pyra Mithra new DLC for Smash Brothers, but I'm not particularly excited about that because you already had Shulk, so what was the point? You don't need another duo character. It's basically that was just it was Brawl Zelda Chic, where you can just swap between the two whenever you wanted to. I think Melee also had that too, but no one used Zelda because she sucked. Anyway, but one of the reveals that was shown during the Nintendo Direct was Miitopia for the Switch, which, although I may not have a Switch, I was rather excited for because, while I do own Miitopia on the 3DS, it would be rather fun to see, a better looking version of the 3DS version with all the updated graphics and probably some minor tweaks here and there to make it probably a little more presentable than what it used to be. But generally, I'm pretty excited for it. It seems like it just seems it would fit really well on the Switch with how everything works. But it kind of sucks that the Nintendo Direct was kind of just filled with a lot of just I don't want to say garbage because I know that there are people out there that will probably buy and play the games that were also announced. But to me, the main ones that stuck out for me were the Smash Brothers DLC, Splatoon 3, Mario Golf of anything, because that seems rather interesting. There hasn't been a sports game basically since the launch of the Switch with Mario Tennis Aces, was it? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Mario Golf was the other one, and then Miitopia. Or did I already say Miitopia? If I did, oh well. But it just seems like Miitopia was actually like meant for the Switch. It's one of those games that I can properly say needed a Switch port from the 3DS because on the 3DS it's fine, but it's an outdated system. They're not doing anything more with it. At least I don't think so. I mean, they don't release new games for the 3DS because why would they? The Switch is the latest and greatest. Hmm. I mean, Miitopia to me was a rather fun experience going through and playing the game. I still have the demo version before I bought the full game, and I can say without a doubt, the game Miitopia is it's really fun. Sure, it like most RPG games, you have to do all these quests and side quests, and grinding takes up a lot of the game, but it's worth it in the end if you grind hard enough to the point where I don't know if you want to max out like you level 50 before you go into the last boss fight. Good, if you want to do that, you're free to do so. No one's stopping you. Nothing's stopping you. I mean, there is a lot of replayability in it as well because there are medals that are kind of like a trophy system where you can check up to see what you've gotten and it'll give you a percentage of how much you've completed. And a lot of the times it's just some easy things like, defeating one of every monster, listening to every song in the game, eating every food there is. Stuff like that. That's more like you kind of have to work for it. Actually, a lot of it is all actually all of it is you have to work for it. It's not like you just go somewhere and just get a medal, but a lot of it's pretty grindy work, but in the end it's rather rewarding cuz you feel like you've accomplished more because you can, for those of you who haven't played Miitopia, you can have a party of any amount of characters. Well, at most you have a party of 4, but you can have more people like with you. So you can like pick and choose who you want to like go on an adventure with you. And I find that aspect really cool where you you can have people like just at standby if you want to just swap someone out with another person so they can get, you can level them up as well. So generally I feel like it's a great idea that they're like finally putting Miitopia on the Switch because I feel like that just works so well. It's one of those things where it's meant for the Switch. Where something like the Mario 3D All Stars, like why would you ever play Mario Galaxy on a Switch with not forced, well, yeah, forced motion controls. That's the whole premise of Mario Galaxy was the motion control aspect. I mean, I don't know how 3D All Stars plays out if it does or does not require like motion controls. I'm pretty sure that you can like button map different commands to Mario. But something like that where a Wii game like Mario Galaxy putting on a Switch doesn't really, I don't see it working out super well. Whereas something like Mario 64 on the other hand, you can play on whatever console you want as long as you have the correct amount of buttons to do so. But generally, Miitopia, I don't really know of a lot of people who play it. I know a couple people who do, but other than that, it's generally one of those games I don't hear a lot of people talking about. But I'm sure I'll probably be hearing more of it once it comes out for the Switch because when they released or they showed the trailer at the end of the trailer in the Nintendo Direct, it said the pre-order was ready and you could get it at some point. I mean, I don't know when it was coming out, but they just said the pre-order you could pre-order it like right then and there. But I don't know. I don't know what their plans are. I don't know if it's gonna be like a direct port where it's just single player, or if it's multiplayer where you can team up with other people from like just on like from an online standpoint. Like you go online, you team up with a bunch of other people, and you just go out and do whatever. But I feel like what would really sell the game was if they put backwards compatibility with the 3DS. Because I'm sure that there are definitely lots of people that are fine with starting over again and like starting the adventure again. But I feel like it's just a nice option to have. Just like if you really wanted to, you could do like some. I don't know if they updated like the Miitopia cart like game, and they were like, oh, here's something that you can use to, here's like a code that you can take from your 3DS and put it on your Switch, so then you can like transfer your data kind of where you still have everything on the 3DS, but it's also transferred over to your Switch if you really wanted to. Just something, food for thought, I guess. I don't think Nintendo will do that, but if they did, that would be major. I feel like a lot of people would be appreciative of that. But considering Nintendo is not the greatest company, I don't have high hopes. But anyway, overall, Miitopia, great idea for the Switch. Good, like great overall game, great story. It was really the selling point of it is what makes the game great. You pick and choose who you want to be on an adventure with. You pick and choose like NPCs. You can make them whoever you want. Like, let's see. One of my characters, literally the boss of the game. I made into Garfield, Dark Lord Garfield. That was it. I mean, I had Shaq as a genie because I could. That's what makes the game like worth it. That's the selling point of the game, and you can change them whenever you like. If you don't like a character, you can change them to someone different. Well, anyway, once again, general overview, perfect. Great game, perfect for the system. I recommend people get it. But like, subscribe if you want. Don't care if you do. If you do, cool. But I'll catch you guys in the next Iron video. See ya.